Well, it's pleasure time because my first guest is a person I would describe as a legendary Australian. That will embarrass her, but I don't care. A true patriot, Jacinta Price. And I'm delighted to say she's a freshly minted senator for the Northern Territory. She's a member of the Country Liberal Party up there, a politically conservative party operating in the Northern Territory. She has served as a councillor for Alice Springs since 2015. She's currently the Deputy Mayor of Alice Springs. She was born to an Anglo-Celtic father who was born in Newcastle, that's New South Wales, and a Walpiri mother, Bess Price, who served in the Northern Territory Legislative Assembly. Philosophically, Jacinta is outstandingly strong on criminal justice policy, arguing that the issue of black-on-black violence is ignored in favour of discussion about racial discrimination against Aboriginal Australians. Jacinta Price is also the Indigenous Program Director for the Centre for Independent Studies. She's got 3 sons from her first marriage, but she experienced domestic violence in a later relationship. I'll tell you something, she can sing. She makes beautiful music, and her folk soul country album, I'm giving it a plug, Dry River, was launched in 2013. I'm delighted to welcome Senator Jacinta Price. Jacinta, congratulations. I mean, how does that sound, Senator Price?
I'm still getting used to it. It sounds odd. Someone says senator and I look around, I'm like, where? Oh, that's right, it's me.
and what did your son say to call you?
Oh, look, my youngest, who's 18, is like 6'2", and he kissed me on the forehead after he left after election day, and he said, "Bye-bye, just senator."
How good is that? How good. Now, look, on the serious stuff, you and I have talked often publicly about the things that Canberra want to ignore. That in 2020, in one Indigenous community alone in the Northern Territory, you and I talked about 184 children, victims of abuse, and 35 men faced 300 charges. Then you went to Canberra in March last year, joined by the cousins of a 15-year-old girl who'd been raped and died, and you tried to get the Morrison government to address the issue of Indigenous girls being raped and beaten. The media were nowhere to be found. Now, I've got to say to our viewers, in the same month of March, there were women marching and spitting and hissing about inequality. Not a single one was interested in Jacinta Price and the plight of raped Aboriginal girls. Jacinta, how can you change all this now?
Well, I've got the ABC flat out knocking on my door now. It's quite interesting when all of a sudden I've received the title and they all want to know me now. So, and there is no escaping me and the issues that I want to be able to confront, particularly, from the Senate as well. And given also, I think, the fact that there's likely to be about 10 Indigenous MPs in the Senate and also in the House of Reps altogether. And therefore, it really is a good time to discuss these issues. And I don't think anybody should ignore them,
I'll come to that.
If they have been elected.